I'd like to call to order this meeting of the Peabody City Council Finance Committee meeting. Present for the committee are Councilors Gamache, Gould, Manning, Martin, Turco, and myself, Council McGinn, as chair. All other councilors are present this evening. We have one item on the agenda, transfer of funds, voting booth upgrades in an amount of $35,572.71, and software upgrades in an amount of $39,332.33. Mr. Gingras.
Thank you. Good evening. The first transfer request for $35,000 is to upgrade our voting booths per the request of the elections and city clerk.
You want to go ahead and comment on both of them?
Sure. In addition to that was a request to transfer $39,300 for software upgrades that have to do with marriage licensing, various other tracking of licenses in the health department. It's a combination of porting over some existing data and the license fees for the current year, and then moving forward, these fees would be part of the annual budgets.
Thank you, Mr. Gingras. As both of these have an impact on the city clerk's office, I just ask the city clerk to make a very brief comment with respect to the need.
So, councilors, I don't know if you've noticed our voting booths, but they're about 40 years old. They're kind of rickety. A lot of the lights are breaking. And so this past election, I did buy a couple of new booths. We tried them out for early voting. The poll workers thought they were great. Our citizens, especially the elderly, thought it was great because they have like a built-in, lower platform for someone who can sit down to vote. They're much sturdier. They're going to be much safer for all. And I'm hopeful that you'll approve them.
Thank you, Ms. Danforth. Questions from the committee? Councilor Turco.
Thank you. With regard to the voting booths, I have no issue with, with the new voting booths. If the discussion, you can refer the discussion into the software. The only thing that alarms me with this, and is on the back page where it says the current annual fee we pay for the software is $8,000, but yet the new annual fee is going to be $40,000. Which obviously is a significant increase, and I don't doubt the need. But is this the only software company that we can go through for this? It's a drastic, an 80% increase.
The reason for the increase is there's additional modules. So we had one existing marriage license. Now there's a number of other ones.
Thank you, Mr. Gambler. So none of the dog licenses or what's to say, manufactured housing and hotel information was via a software program through you to the Madam Clerk. Prior, it was all done manually?
So about a year ago, we got onto a new program called GovPilot with our dog licensing software so that people can do it from home, not just come into the office. And since then, we're hopeful to get a marriage license application as well. And it really cuts down on how much time my staff spends out in the hallway. Sometimes it can take up to a half hour to handle a marriage license, and that's a half hour someone's out of the office. On Thursdays especially, Grace can be out in the hallway for 2 to 3 hours just handling marriage licenses. So people will be able to actually fill the application out at home and then just come in and take their oath and get their marriage license. I also know that the health department is now using this software program as well. So the more modules you have, the less each one individually costs. So it's just a grouping together. The building department already has a software system, which wasn't right for us, but was right for them. And so it's just a different one, but it's the way we do business out now, is to do it as much as we can online. It cuts down the amount of employees we need as well.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I appreciate that answer. And then my last question will be, is the $40,000 fee, is that a locked-in fee in perpetuity, since that's the word of the night? Or is that going to change, as no longer? Do we have a long-term contract on this number?
That would be a question for Mike Gingras. Thank you.
No, this is the first year's annual fee, and then I would assume that there'll be slight increases year to year.
Thank you very much.
Council Gould.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Through you to Clerk Danforth. Allison, what do we get, how many booths do we get for $35,572?
So, Counselor, I bought two. They're four-man booths, four-person booths, and so they're like in a circle. There are four. One of them is at a handicap level. We can put a chair or a wheelchair. And the other three are regular. And so they're about $1,000 apiece for four, for the four-person booth. If we were to buy them as single booths, they're about $250 apiece. So there's no savings that way, but this is what the going rate is for booths right now.
So it's $1,000.
$1,000 per, and we're going to use two four-person booths per precinct, and we have 19 precincts.
So you bought two per precinct?
Yes.
Okay. Thought you,
So that would make it
36 booths.
eight booths.
I should have read the
or-
paperwork.
yes.
36 total.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Questions from other committee members? Questions from other councilors? Seeing none, Council Gould. Oh, I'm sorry, Council Daigle.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Really quick, I'm going to ask a question I think I know the answer to, but is there any chance the state happens to chip in or reimburse us for any of this equipment that they mandate?
The answer is no. We do not get any help with equipment at all.
Thank you.
Councilor Daigle, you seem to think you knew what that answer was going to be. Was that the answer you were expecting? Sadly. Thank you. Councilor Gould.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm going to make both together, if that's okay. I'd like to make a motion to transfer from account number 100,013,2057,410, which is budgeted reserve in the amount of $35,572.71 to account number 300,000,000,587162024, 00000001620, voting booth upgrades, again in the amount of $35,572.71. Also from account number 100,013,2057,410, budgeted reserve in the amount of $39,332.33 to account number 300,000,000,587692024, 00000001550, software upgrades in the amount of $39,332.33. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Councilors, you heard the motion from Councilor Gould on the motion. Seeing none, roll call.
Councilors Turco,
Yes.
Gamache. Gould.
Yes.
Manning Martin.
Yes.
McGinn.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
To entertain a motion to adjourn. Councilors, you heard the motion. All in favor? Any opposed? The vote. We're adjourned.